In this ticket how-to, we'll cover managing access tokens. So what is an access token? So an access token provides a way to authenticate to the ticket API for use in external services like a PowerShell script, Power BI dashboards and datasets, and even flows like with Power Automate to allow you to connect to the ticket API through a secure pathway that instead of having to store credentials for a specific user, you have an access token that is generated, and you use that to manage access, to provide ways to have expirations. So if you want to have like a security review or have you to say, hey, I only want to give this program or this process access for a month, a year, 6 months, what have you, for your security processes, you can define that for the token. Okay, so let's first start off with accessing the token page. So to do that, we're going to go to the settings gear in the top right, and then just have to hit access token. Once you're on the access token page, you'll see a list of your current tokens, and you'll be able to filter if you're looking for a specific owner or a specific token name. So in this case here, we just have two tokens. The name is just a descriptive name that you add when you're creating a token. You just give it a name. It's custom to you, and so you could define how you like to create it. I just add in typically what the role of the token is. So like if it's an analyst token or if it's a token that provides access as an admin, I just make sure to note that, just to make it easier to manage. For the other fields here, we have owner. So the owner is the creator of the token. So when a token is used to update a ticket or create a ticket or do anything in the API, that action will be marked as done by the owner. So in this case here, every time I use the analyst token or the admin token in Power Automate, those changes will be done as this Adele account and not as like an automations or separate account. So you can tell who made what changes, perhaps if you want to create a service account to use for tokens, or if you just want to have a specific subset of users who are managing these tokens just to get a better view of who's making what changes. For here we have expiration. So that's when a token is going to expire. So after that point in time, the token will no longer be valid. When they go to try to use the token in the process, it'll come back and say it's no longer valid, it's expired. So in this case here, both these end in either January 2023 or March. Then for additional actions here, we've got delete. And that's if we want to delete a token just completely, rather than relying on expiration, just make it unavailable. So, okay, so we've covered viewing tokens and what the fields mean. Let's create a new token. So we're going to go up to the toolbar here, hit new token, and then we're going to give it a name. In this case here, I'm going to give it an admin role and just say, hey, I'm just going to use this for PowerShell, and it's going to be admin role. For expiration, you're going to pick a date. I'm just going to pick a random date in the future. And then for the roles here, you can give one or more roles for the token based on the user or the owner creating that token. So this user I'm logged into now has both the analyst and administrator role in ticket. And so I can grant either role to this token. So say if I just want to limit what the token can change to what an analyst can do, I can uncheck admin and just have analyst. And if I want to give the token complete access over managing a ticket in every form, then I can go ahead and just leave that role. So, okay, cool. We have set a name, expiration, and which roles the access token will have in ticket. And then we're going to hit save to save the token. So once the token is created, you will get an authentication token. And so we see this guy here. Once you have this, make sure to save it in a secure place, because whenever you use this token in the future, it'll be done with the roles of that token. And so you copy it here, you save it to where you need to, where it's nice and safe, and then it will not be displayed again. If you lose this token value, or if you need to update it to a new role or a new expiration, just have to create a new token. So copy that to your clipboard and then close. And then once the page reloads, we'll see that our new token is now here and available. If we click the name, we'll see the details of what we just created. So we see that you can't edit an existing token. It's only read-only. So we see we have our name, we have when it expires, and we have the roles of that token. So we see that this token has both the admin and analyst role. So we're going to go ahead, and now that we've covered viewing and adding a token, let's delete a token. So let's go ahead and find the token we want to delete, which is the one we just created, select delete. And here we are. We see that that token is no longer in the list, so it has been deleted and cannot be used by any outside system. So we've covered viewing your tokens, finding which user is the owner token who created that token, details on how to see the expiration, how to create new tokens, and how to delete tokens. Okay, so if you'd like to know more about tokens and how to use tokens, please see a link to our help docs in the description for this video.